Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Philly Redface, and I'm here with my lovely, beautiful, most
Key Queen One, the only one.
You ain't even let me keep giving you your accolades.
I felt like you wanted me to say something.
You know what I'm saying? Damn.
It's me, Key.
What is going on?
Hey, yo.
Man, it's been a lot. Listen, we just got back.
We went to Bimini.
Bimini.
And we had a world class fun for the run. Bimini was all that and a bag of chips and some dip. Water was clear. You know, we take Carnival a lot. And the last few times we were supposed to go to Bimini, it did like a route. And it didn't take us to Bimini. So we took Virgin Voyagers. It said it was taking us to Bimini. And it actually did. And it was beautiful.
Nah, it was dope.
Beautiful.
It was dope. You know what I mean? We've been to a lot of places, but that place right there was definitely special. And it was for my birthday. So
yes,
it
was.
Definitely a memorable moment.
Happy
you know
birthday
what I'm saying?
to him.
Appreciate
again.
you. You know, that was your idea. You know what I'm saying? We got the
I clap for myself too.
Roadcast, that thing clap
for me.
It laughs.
Ain't nothing funny.
Shit, play beats, all kind of shit. But listen. Episode 3 of this season, we are about to talk about some shit.
So the last thing we talked about was
listen up to this.
Why
shit.
do people hate marriage? I got some feedback, and I think the conclusion was people don't hate marriage. They just don't know. The fear of the unknown. It's more ignorance out here than actual fear. What did you get?
I mean, I got that too. You know what I mean? I got that people, really don't respect marriage, and they don't, they just ain't really, into the whole
I ain't say respect
commitment thing. I'm saying, you asked me what I'm thinking. I'm not going to tell you, that I agree with, your synopsis, but you know what I'm saying? I definitely feel as though people was, super mixed. They had mixed vibes, you know what I'm saying? But most of the people, they interested in learning more about marriage, you know what I'm saying?
So then I would think they respect it then if they want to know more about it.
Inquiring minds want to know, but that don't necessarily mean they respect it. But it is what it is. We got a lot from that series.
I respect marriage.
The first 2 episodes was about, why do people not like marriage, or why do people hate marriage, or whatever.
I've even talked to someone who said that
we got some good feedback.
She got married young, and she said she was divorced. And I was shocked because I respected their marriage. I respected their union and everything they had going on. And when she told me that she was divorced, I was totally shocked. One thing she said was, I would definitely do it again. She said she would do it again because she felt as though she was at a different part of her life where she would handle things differently. She was less vocal. And the person that she really is more vocal. And she feels like going into a new marriage, communication is key, and that's what they were missing. So, like I said again, it's not the hate of marriage, it's the ignorance and not knowing what to do with it. And not willing to work at it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be open-minded.
Then I talked to one person because they were mentioning the fact that, wow, I never thought of that. When he said on the episode, we never go to weddings. We're never invited to weddings. He's absolutely true. We've never been invited to a wedding. That doesn't mean that people aren't getting married, but it definitely means we're not invited to no weddings. And then when we were speaking to someone else that we know, she was like, you know what, that is true. Like, she said, and then when I do hear somebody getting married, like, hey, I'm going to this wedding, she said, she's always shocked to even hear that it's a marriage going on somewhere. So it's crazy. Yeah, marriage is all that. Like, if you could just get it and get it right, it could be really all that.
I mean,
to me,
it's definitely a life a life-changing event. I believe everybody should experience, you know what I'm saying? And for the naysayers, you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But it's a couple things that's going to happen inside of your marriage.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's going to be the grudges, it's going to be the disconnects with the, you know, disagreements.
I ain't messing with him right now. I'm just not messing with him.
What you mean?
It's gonna be those.
What you talking about? Like, what the fuck?
It's gonna be those.
Oh, that shit. Okay.
I ain't messing with him.
Yeah, like, you know, I thought she was serious, but yeah, so it's all kinds of shit that's gonna happen, and one of the main things, you know, that we feel that may happen in your marriage or relationship, you know, may be a little tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? You know, you trying to make a point, and you know you're stern about what you're trying to come across with. You know, you want the person to understand. You want your boo to understand where you're coming from. But as soon as you try to get your point across, they hit you with the, well, you do that too when you. So like the tit for tat is something that we actually try our hardest to kind of like conquer, as hard as ever, you know, to break ourselves out of that. So we felt as though we'll bring it to you guys because this is our therapy. So we'll hope to get an answer out of this after we speak with you guys about it and figure out why do couples do tit for tat. You know, it's sort of like a battle. So we want to figure it out.
What's
and
good for the goose,
what's
good for
gonna
the gander.
She got fucking jokes and shit, but you know, she's the main corporate when it comes to this shit that need to really listen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's serious. We want the people to learn something. We want the people to pick up, well, how did they handle it? What would Red and Key do? All right, well, so we gonna start with her, you know, because she got jokes, and we want to know for the people. This is for the people. So what do you feel? I guess question one is, what do you feel tit for tat is? What's your definition of tit for tat?
I just said it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't believe it should be any one-sidedness.
I don't think tit for tat is about one-sidedness. I think that's totally off base. I think tit for tat is more like a battle between each of you. Okay, it's like, you know, you're responding to defend yourself instead of responding to listen to what your partner is actually trying to come across and say to you. So it's like, you know, instead of battling, you know, to make yourself equal when it's time to duke it out, try to like, oh, okay, well, that bothers you. I could kind of put two and two together and say, well, you know, that's something that you do sometimes as well. But I'm going to try to see if it's something that I can adjust so that you won't feel that way about, you know, this particular subject. So I just think it's a battle between the couples. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, nobody wants to be wrong. So the quickest thing to do when you're, you know, in that situation is say, well, you do it too.
I didn't say that tit for tat was one-sidedness. I said that there shouldn't be any one-sidedness. And what tit for tat does is when you do tip, I do tap to show you exactly how it feels. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Once again, if you don't understand it, then let me show it to you. Let's see how you feel.
So, all right, let's give an example, because I want to be very clear on whether or not this is something that affects the relationship. Is it something that's bad? Is it something that's good? You know, what's
It's
good
bad.
for the goose is good for the whoever.
I don't think tit for tat is good.
Okay, so I want to know, why is it okay if it's not good?
Who said it wasn't okay? Who said it was okay?
Well,
what I said is
said,
what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you don't understand it, let me show it to you. So,
right.
Here's
so
an example. Here's an example.
Something that person did to that's similar to what they're saying to you. You use something that they did,
and you do it back.
Yeah, that's not you saying that's not good. So why do you do that?
Why do you do it?
No, I'm asking like why. I can explain why I do it. I can explain why I do that. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to personalize the conversation. We're not going to. We talking about them. He and she.
Them over there.
Mary and Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Billy Joe Jean.
Not Red and Key. So
anyway, so why it's not good is because number one, it could cause a lot of like havoc and certain things you're not really wanting to do. Don't come outside of yourself just to prove a point. If they don't get it, it's because they don't want to get it. Nobody is, no babies here. School is really, really, really out. So if you do tit for tat, I don't think it's a good thing. If you do tit for tat and you do it, it's probably something you just wanted to do anyway.
Babe, you ain't cooked dinner in like 3 days. Like, you know, I've been hungry. You know, I've been having to go, you know, to Wendy's.
So what you gonna do? Not pay the bill for that?
What?
You ain't gonna pay a bill for that?
No, I'm saying if I said that to you, what would you say? That's tit right there.
All right.
I'm not gonna be petty.
Oh, okay,
ever.
so
what I'm saying is that example right there. You tell me what the tat'll be. Babe, you ain't cooking 3 days. Like I'm tired of sitting up here hungry and I gotta order out. What would your tat be? Your tat would be, babe, well, you ain't clean the room. Look at your side of the room over there.
That's not tit for tat.
That is tit for tat.
Tit for tat
that's tit for tat.
Okay.
That is tit for tat. If I tell you that if this person is telling this person that they are doing something to affect them, and then you say, well, you come up with something that they're doing that's affecting you. That's tit for tat.
That's a little different. Like tit for tat might be like I planned a trip with my girlfriends, and because he didn't have nothing to do, he planned one too. That's tit for tat.
Yeah, that's similar to what I just
said. Now you're saying, oh, you ain't cook.
Yeah, you ain't cook, and you gonna point out something I didn't do. Same way.
But but your tip was what?
You ain't cook. You leaving me hungry here for 3 days, and I ain't getting no meal.
So your tap is supposed to be what you gonna do to get me back.
No, if I said that to you, if I'm laying in the bed at home, if we at home and we in the bed, and I say, damn, my stomach just growled. Hey, babe. Like, what's going on with you? You ain't cooked me no meal in like 3 days. This is the third time I'm ordering Uber Eats, and they take 4 hours. Mm-hmm. You would say something like, well, man, I asked you to clean your side of the room, and you ain't do that either. That's tit for tat. Like,
it is, but that's terrible because it's never been that you ordered 3 days in a row. And
this is not personal. This is not personal. This is not personal. This is not about Red and Key.
Oh, okay, this is about them over there.
Them. So it don't matter if you left me over here in 3 days. That's a motherfucking example. This is what I'm saying.
Wasn't me. I'm like, who the fuck is he talking about? Excuse my French. Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, so, that's tit for tat. And in relationships, what it does...
create problems.
It creates a whole disconnect because one of those individuals in that conversation is not getting their point across or their needs met. Understand? Because if that person, if she goes, well, I'm so sick of having to take the trash out. That's your job, and I go, well, man, them dishes down there have been down there for 2 days. That's your job. Like her trash issue that she has to take out this trash. It's not being addressed.
And neither is the dishes.
The dishes could be addressed in a different conversation instead of having a tit for tat conversation. Sure. So instead of doing that, listen and take heed to what the issue is. Even if it's not an issue, even if it's something like going on a trip. All right, well, maybe I don't need to book a trip just because she booked a trip. You know, I'm just going to stay home and fucking watch cable. The most boringest shit in the world to do. So I'll do that while, you know, they're out there with fucking Hawaiian dresses on and the little flower things that go around your necks with fucking double shots of tequila. And I'll be at home in the bed instead of doing tit for tat and booking a motherfucking 4-night stay somewhere luxurious where I'm going to be happy too. You don't have to do that. So that's what we're trying to learn not to do.
I'm just saying that's an example. You asked for an example.
That's an example. So what do you do? How long does tit for tat last? Like, when do you address it? Like, when does it? Tit for
tat could go on and on and on, and you must address it because it's a dead end. It's a dead end of you continuously trying to get someone back, and sometimes you come out of yourself to get them back. And to me, that hurts more than anything. I hate when because I'm guilty of doing it, and I've actually hated. I didn't like myself. Like, hey, why did I do that? Because it wasn't me, but I had to prove to you that what you did wasn't it, so you could feel like I felt. And
wow,
that's not good.
The get back, and what that creates. I'm gonna tell you what that creates, because let's take Key's example for instance, right? Let's say if she books a trip with her friends, and I say, well, damn, I'm not going to sit around and just twiddle my motherfucking toes in this bed, you know, while she's out of the country in the blue water. I'm going to book me a trip too. So now you're creating other things, because if you're a serious couple, especially like we are, you're going to create other things that's going to cause you to stress out. And one of those things are separation anxiety.
Oh, I hate that.
So now she's way over there, I'm way over here, and now
I don't care what type of attention I get. Is it positive, negative? Okay, so positive will be that, okay, we're apart, he's there, I'm here, but he's still continuously calling. He like, what you doing, babe? Da, 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 da. Yeah, ain't nothing over here. We just this. This is why he's away, and that's positive. That he keeps in touch. He's the same person he is when he's home. Da 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 da. That's dope. The negative would be, yeah, because the negative would be, you get on that flight and I don't talk to you again till you get back to the flight. Like, hey, babe, I'm about to touch down. You think you could pick me up from the airport? What? What? That's the negative, and that's where the separation anxiety comes.
Always
because
park
it doesn't
at the
have
airport,
to be,
my nigga.
It don't ever have to be separation anxiety. It really don't. I believe that you should be able to have those times apart where you go do you with your peoples. And it might not be that I have an actual plan that day, but there'll be a time that I have something to do with my peoples. And at the same time, I feel like we should treat each other accordingly, especially if we're acting accordingly.
And I'm not going to even sit here and lie, because, you know, I'm a big nigga. A lot of motherfuckers look at me as a tough guy, you know, this intimidating factor, you know, Philly red face, you know, all that old bullshit, right? But when it comes to this marriage, being a man and being a husband, I tend to actually have separation anxiety probably more than her. And you know, like separation anxiety, don't get it messed up. It doesn't come from lack of trust or insecurities or anything like that. It just comes from you naturally being invested in a person. When people see red, they see key. When people see key, they see red. So it's like damn, like what the fuck? Like I'm like, even if you having fun, you could look like you're having the time of your life, but like it causes so much anxiety not being around your person that you definitely want to do the good thing. You want to call, you know what I'm saying? You want to FaceTime. You want to do all of that stuff, just to keep yourself sane and to keep your partner satisfied. You know what I'm saying? So they can feel sane. So they won't have no separation.
So their minds won't go off into la la land and make up their own synopsis of what might be going down.
You will have it, and a lot of people that don't know how to control their emotions, like me, will. Well, I wasn't talking about you,
but I'm just saying.
I
will go the fleep off, okay? Real off, like off the cuckoo's and nest. Flip my top, boop, out. Real from 0 to 100, real quick, and I don't care.
See it, I don't like that. I don't want that. You know what I mean? So
he got it though.
I try to be a goody two shoe as much as possible. Okay? So here's the thing, is people out there, maybe somebody in the audience, maybe a young lady is actually being treated in a different way because her man is not able to control the anxiety of her being separated. A lot of these niggas out here don't even want their lady to go to work. Like, it's so crazy with a lot of different mentalities. So, what we try to do, especially with our audience, is let y'all know that when you in a relationship, communication is the one key thing
to everything.
That's gonna alleviate a whole lot of the bullshit.
Everything, even the tit for tat.
It ain't gotta go that far, my guy.
Go there, man.
It ain't gotta go that far, young lady. That man ain't cheating on you. He ain't got nobody else. Just chill.
He ain't chasing.
So a lot of separation anxiety. A lot of separation anxiety leads to accusations. Okay, when you don't know how to control your emotions and your thoughts, it could lead to your relationship going downhill because there's no communication there. All you riding with is what's in your head and what's in your mind and what you think, just because they're not around you.
1 + 1 = 2, and then 2 + 2 = 4. That motherfucker with a whore.
And 1 + 1 = 3, nigga, if you ain't using condoms. You hear me? Don't get it fucked up. Hey, you better chill out.
It's like I'm only playing. But, separation anxiety. I used to get it all the time because at one point, me and him would do, I'm talking about, we would do everything together. And then when out of nowhere, when he started like taking trips, more trips with his friends, and I wasn't there, I would feel like,
music
oh
related.
My God, I hate this. And I don't want to hear it. I don't care about that music related stuff. That means nothing to me. Absolutely zilch.
That was music related, and it was back in the day. But I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so it means absolutely zilch. So it used to upset me so much.
But we're not gonna personalize
now,
it.
No, it's not. So now, if he goes away or whatever,
because
I don't get upset like that. I just feel like, oh, maybe he's leaving, and I try to busy myself and do little things.
Hey, listen,
I'm here when you get back, buddy.
She lying. Because I'm going on a trip in less than 24 hours. Matter of fact, my flight leaves in approximately 8 hours from right now. And when I was downstairs, I'm about to tell you, because you be wanting me to leave. She don't care if I leave. I'm downstairs eating dinner, and I said, "Damn, baby, you're not gonna sit next to me right here while I'm eating my dinner and watch this movie?" No, I'm going upstairs to make sure you got some clean underwears and socks and t-shirts and wife beaters in your bag.
That's a good ass wife trying to make sure you ain't
oh
riding
my
around
God,
with the same
you
damn
really
drawers.
Want me to
without
leave?
me,
I ain't even packed yet.
He'll pack one pair of drawers.
Packed.
Without me, he'll call me and say, "Baby, guess what happened? I ain't got no drawers with me. I gotta run to a store real quick because I gotta get some drawers. I ain't got no drawers." So I go and make sure he good. I'm not kicking him out. It is what it is. He going anyway. Let me make sure you good. Partner.
Listen, okay. if you're packing somebody clothes for them,
I'm not packing. Don't get that twisted. I'm making sure they clean.
Separation anxiety. I came up here with 10 pair of drawers folded up. I'm about to listen. Okay, don't get it fucked up. They really want you to go. They want you to go, nigga. Don't think that they don't want you to go. They need the time by themselves.
Everybody probably needs time by themselves,
Yeah,
but
so
I
don't
never
say you-
want him. No, I never want you to go away for 6 days without me. That's real. Never. Okay?
Why?
I just don't like it. It's okay. I know that you have to do it. I'm grown enough to accept it.
So
listen,
tit for
live
tat.
your life.
Tit for tat, when I booked the trip, my homies, every year, my homies in September take me somewhere for my birthday. Every year, never stops.
That's not
and
true.
we go somewhere for their birthday as well, right? What's not true about it?
Go ahead.
What?
Just finish.
Name one year we didn't go somewhere in September.
Last year. Now go on, because I know that that's a fact.
All right,
so now go on, because
before-
that'll go off the
okay,
subject.
all right. So before last year, name a year that we didn't go somewhere.
Was it the year before? What was the year before? 23.
The moral
22.
The moral of the story
22,
is,
y'all didn't go nowhere either.
The moral of the story, I believe 22 I was in Colorado, but that might have been from one
No,
of my
22 you was in Colorado for Leonard's birthday, and that was in February. In September, we were in Dominican Republic for like 21 days.
All right, so the moral of the story is not even that, right?
Yeah, right.
The moral of the story is tit for tat.
You shouldn't even do this because it's gonna backfire on you. But go ahead.
No, because she's
really
she's telling y'all that she don't want me to take 5 or 6 day trips. We book a 5-day trip. We go to Jamaica
Backfire
on a boat. Boom. 2 days later. 2 days later, I'm at work. I'm minding my business. I'm at work. Babe. We going on a cruise. Oh yeah, Dad, that's what's up, babe. We going on another one. Let's go. No, not you. I'm going with my girlfriends for 5 days.
Not true.
What?
Let me number one
But
say
you-
this. Go ahead.
But if you don't like me going somewhere for 5 or 6 days, which is understandable, the tit for tat, listen, I want her, I pledge the fact that she's spending time with her friends. I love the fact that they're going.
Finally.
That's not even it. The thing is, do that prior to me booking whatever I'm booking. Like, do that without me having anything planned.
Okay, so now
Don't do it because I have something planned.
Can I speak now?
Okay.
So prior to
Tit for
that,
tat.
I was going to Philadelphia anyway this week for my
Which
aunt's
I was
party.
gonna go with her.
No, you wasn't. Now you gonna lie. I don't want you to lie on this motherfucking
Originally.
taping.
Originally.
I don't want you lying.
Originally,
So all right, now let me talk.
I was going to go.
All right, now let me talk.
No, but originally I
All
was
right,
going
but
to
this
go.
is the narcissist.
Because I was
shit.
with you. Remember, I was with you when everybody was playing.
Okay, but you wasn't going. We gets home. He says, I don't really think I
Remember
want
that
to
part.
go. He gets home. He says, I don't think I really want to go. He says, I think I'm going to find something to do. Bing! Out of nowhere, so-and-so paid for a cruise for me the same week y'all going to be going. It's nothing because y'all going to be going anyway that week because it's your aunt party. I already knew he was conjuring up something because he kept saying like, me and my homies ain't done that in a little while. Little small conversation doesn't even really even matter. Now, fast forward, I had just
What
got
you got
on.
to do with
Listen, let me
anything?
finish talking. You did tit for tat. You knew I was going to be away anyway this week
I
for
was going to
Philadelphia.
go with you.
No, you weren't.
I was originally going with
Now
you until they
she-
changed the date. Yes, I was.
No, now you're lying, and the lie on
Yes,
here
I
is
was.
sad.
Yes,
You really
I
make me
was.
kick the fucking camera
You know-
because you're lying.
you know-
No, you been said
know
you
I was
wasn't going.
You know I was going.
No, you been said you wasn't
I'm
going.
talking about originally.
He said he was going when we was in Philly.
Okay, that's it.
A week
That's all I
later,
wanted to know.
they just changed
All
the
right,
date
a week
this
later,
week.
you're allowed to change your mind. You allowed to
Right,
change
but you
your mind?
said until they changed the date. You didn't know that the date was changed until this week.
Something got changed. That I
Anyway,
didn't
all
mind.
he knew was I still was going to
I
Philly.
just know
So
I
it
was
wasn't
originally
tit for
going,
tat
so
because I
that's
didn't
all I was
care.
saying. I was originally going.
Listen, I didn't care because I was going to be in Philly anyway. So that's how it wasn't tit for tat on my part. It was tit for tat on his part because he didn't want to come. He wanted something else to do.
Yeah,
Secondly, I had already texted my girlfriends and said, yeah, I'm coming to Philly. But you know what I'm tired of, y'all? I'm tired of us not doing anything. I want us to do something. I want us to go away. This was way before, and I showed them, proof is in the pudding, that this was before their little trip, that I asked them, can we go somewhere? So yes, we are going somewhere too. It ain't tit for tat. It will never be tit for tat because we do things different than you.
Listen. Look. I'm gonna tell you this, and I know for a fact that I'm not the only person that go through that. You know, I'm not the only person that go through that, and she go through it too because I do tit for tat too. I do it too. You know what I'm saying? But the key thing
But this time wasn't.
The key thing is, all right, because we about to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? The key thing is
kill it
and nip it in the bud.
Nip it in the bud.
You know what I'm saying? You know, trust each other, love each other, communicate with each other. You know what I'm saying? And most of all, when you got a 100% real one in your corner, man, embrace it. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? She kicked the camera all she want.
I will kick it. I mean, fly kick it like
she ain't gonna kick me.
Like, what's his name?
Bruce Lee.
Key.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee.
Motherfucking
Key.
Jet Lee. Yeah. Motherfucking Wesley Snipes and
camera.
Blade. You can kick
and
that
just
motherfucker.
Keep lying. It's going to raise the top.
Kick me.
The temperature. Tell the truth.
Cut it the fuck out, man. Listen. We out of here, man. You be tripping. Something wrong with you, man. I don't understand it. Get off of me. Get off of me, man. Stop. Man, it's a wrap.